Assalamu alaikum everyone. This is me Fatima Khan, Business Wali. I am a student of Rehan AI Teachers Training Institute Batch 22. So today I will discuss the topic is how less can lead to more. Today we will conversate with ChatGPT about this topic. So let's start. Hello ChatGPT.
Hey, great to have you here. What's on your mind today?
Today we will discuss the topic is how less can lead to more. So my first question is this: what does less is more really mean?
That's a great question to kick things off. So, less is more is this idea that by simplifying or reducing the clutter, whether it's in design, lifestyle, or even tasks, you actually get a deeper impact or more meaningful results. It's all about quality over quantity. Does that resonate with what you had in mind?
Okay, so my next question is this: how can having less actually lead to more in life?
Yeah, so the interesting thing is when you strip away the unnecessary stuff, whether that's physical possessions, commitments, or even distractions, you create space for what really matters. It lets you focus your energy, be more intentional, and often you end up with more clarity, better relationships, or even more creative energy. So it's like a paradox less stuff, but actually more impact.
Why do people often believe that more is better?
Yeah, that's a really common thing. I think a lot of it comes from this idea that more stuff means more success or security. Like if you have more options or more things, you can't lose. But often it just leads to overwhelm. So people kind of get stuck in that bigger is better trap without realizing the trade off.
Okay, what are the core principles behind minimalism?
Great follow up. So, minimalism is really about prioritizing what truly adds value to your life. The core principles often include simplifying your possessions, focusing on experiences over things, being intentional with your time, and letting go of excess. It's really a mindset shift. It's less about deprivation and more about purpose.
How does simplifying life improve mental clarity?
Absolutely. When you declutter your space or simplify your schedule, it kind of frees up mental bandwidth. You don't have as much visual or emotional noise, so your mind feels clearer, less stressed, and more focused. It's like a reset button for your thoughts.
Why does reducing distraction increase focus?
Yeah, so when you cut out distractions, you're not constantly pulled in different directions. No notifications, no random tasks popping up. That leaves your brain more space to dive deep into what you're doing. It's like a spotlight on one thing at a time, which boosts concentration and productivity.
How can a less is more mindset reduce stress?
Yeah, so when you adopt that mindset, you stop chasing after constant busyness or accumulation. By letting go of that pressure to have more, you simplify your goals in your day, and that makes you feel less overwhelmed. You're not constantly racing to keep up, you're just being more present, and that eases a lot of stress.
How can someone start living a simpler life?
Yeah, a great starting point is just taking a look at what's taking up your time or space. Like maybe declutter a drawer, cut back on commitments, or limit your screen time, and then build small daily habits like setting aside time for reflection or focusing on one task at a time.
What role does contentment play in psychology?
Ooh, that's a good one. So, contentment is kind of like a mental baseline. It's when you feel satisfied with what you have, so you're not always chasing after the next thing. And psychologically, that reduces anxiety, increases happiness, and lets you just be more at peace in the present moment.
What habits support a minimalist lifestyle?
Yeah, totally. So, a minimalist lifestyle often gives you more freedom. You're less tied down by stuff or constant demands, and that can lead to better financial stability, a greater sense of control over your life. You stop feeling like you have to chase after external things and you can just enjoy what's truly essential.
So my next question is this: how does decluttering affect productivity?
Yeah, so decluttering really helps because it reduces those constant little distractions. When your environment is simpler, your brain doesn't have to sift through clutter. It stays focused on the task at hand. So you waste less time looking for things and more time actually getting stuff done.
Can reducing daily tasks improve efficiency?
Oh, definitely. When you cut out those small, less essential tasks, you free up more energy and focus for the big stuff. You get to prioritize what really moves the needle, and that makes you a lot more efficient overall.
What is the connection between simplicity and success?
That's a great dynamic. Simplicity gives you a clearer foundation, less clutter, less noise, so you can channel your attention. And stress often comes from feeling overwhelmed or scattered, so by keeping things simple, you actually create more mental space, which reduces stress.
How does doing fewer tasks lead to better result?
Yeah, it really can. When you focus on tasks you enjoy or that align with your strengths, you naturally put more energy and care into them. That often leads to better quality, more creativity, and you get those compounding results. So, yeah, it's a pretty powerful approach.
Why is focusing on fewer goals more effective?
Yeah, so when you focus on goals you really care about, you're way more motivated. You stay resilient through challenges and you put in that extra effort because it genuinely matters to you. So that emotional connection just amplifies your effectiveness.
How can prioritization help achieve more with less effort?
Yeah, exactly. When you prioritize, you focus on the tasks that actually drive progress. You stop spreading yourself too thin, and by doing just the right things, you get better results with less burnout. It's all about working smarter, not harder.
How can limiting social media improve life quality?
Yeah, so when you cut back on social media, you free up a ton of time and mental space. You spend less time comparing yourself or getting distracted, and instead you connect more deeply with real world relationships or your own goals. It really boosts that sense of balance and fulfillment.
What are the benefits of a digital detox?
Yeah. So digital detoxes can be amazing because they reduce constant screen fatigue, improve sleep, and let you be more present in the moment. You just feel more in control, less reactive, and you open up room for other things like hobbies or just downtime.
How does reducing screen time impact mental health?
Yeah, so reducing screen time can really help. It lowers anxiety, improves focus, and gives your brain a chance to rest. Basically, you're less overstimulated, and that lets your mind recharge, which is really crucial for mental well being.
Can fewer but deeper relationship be more valuable?
Yeah, for sure. When you nurture a few close relationships, they tend to be way more fulfilling. You have deeper trust, more meaningful conversations, and a stronger support system. So, in the long run, they really outshine lots of superficial connections.
How can spending less lead to financial freedom?
That's a cool connection. So, when you spend less, you reduce financial stress, you avoid impulse buys, and you get to save more. That builds a cushion so you have more freedom and flexibility. No more paycheck to paycheck feeling.
Why is owning fewer sometimes better?
Yeah, so favoring a few favorites actually reduces decision fatigue. Instead of constantly being overwhelmed by endless options, you just focus on what you love, so it's easier to enjoy them and stay intentional. It's kind of like a mental shortcut that keeps life simpler.
Can a simple lifestyle increase long term happiness?
Yeah, it really can. When you simplify, you focus on what truly brings you joy, so you avoid that constant chase for more. Over time, that alignment with your values and the reduced stress actually builds a deeper, permanent, more lasting sense of happiness.
How does minimalism help in saving money?
Yeah, so minimalism really cuts down on impulse buying and the need to constantly upgrade. You only invest in what you truly need or value, so you end up spending less on stuff, and that leaves more room for savings or experiences that really matter.
What are the challenges of adopting a less is more mindset?
Yeah, that's a really good point. I mean, it can be tough to break old habits. There's social pressure, and sometimes you feel like you're giving up comfort or convenience. But once you get into the groove, the payoff, like clarity and freedom, really starts to outweigh those initial hurdles.
So, my last question is this: what is one simple step to start living with less today?
Oh, yeah. So, a really simple step is just to pick one area, like your closet, your desk, or your schedule, and clear out the excess. Then commit to being intentional about what you keep or what you say yes to. It's all about starting small and building that habit.
Okay, thank you, ChatGPT.
You're so welcome. I'm really glad we got to talk about this. If anything else,
So, this is all about the conversation of the given topic. Thank you so much, everyone, for listening to me. Allah Hafiz.